Hi, and thanks for having me to the 4th Annual Sustainability Summit. I'm Jen Furda, Director of Partnerships and Governmental Affairs for UCCS and University Advancement. I will get to sustainability and why I'm here, but first, our great city is turning 150 years old on July 31st, 2021. And I want to give you a history lesson from Matt Mayberry, our city's historian, and I promise I'll get back to the point. In 1893, poet and author Catherine Lee Bates boarded a train in Massachusetts headed to Colorado Springs. Escaping the sweltering New England summer, she planned to soak up the region's dry, mild climate and serve as a guest lecturer at Colorado College. UCCS wasn't around yet. During her stay, she made her way to the top of nearby Pikes Peak, where she stood in awe of the scenic grandeur of the surrounding mountains and plains. This view from the summit inspired her to write the poem, America the Beautiful. Once set to music, her vivid descriptions of Purple Mountain's majesty and amber waves of grain became for many our national anthem. Bates was just one of countless people over the centuries that was attracted to and inspired by Pikes Peak. The oral tradition of the Ute people says that they have always lived close to the mountain. They called it Tava, or Sun Mountain, for the way it collects and reflects the morning rays. The Spanish, who settled in northern New Mexico and explored the area, beginning in the 16th century, called it Amalgre for its vibrant red coloring. The first American official to encounter the mountain was a dashing young Army lieutenant named Zebulon Montgomery Pike. In 1806, as Lewis and Clark were returning from their expedition, Pike was dispatched to explore the southwestern boundary of the newly acquired Louisiana Territory. Pike named the mountain Grand Peak when he first caught a glimpse of its looming in the distance. A few weeks later, he attempted to climb the peak in an effort to survey the surrounding landscape and chart the rivers. Deep snow deterred him from the summit, but in 1810, he published the account of his expedition and literally put the mountain on the map. As a result, his name is forever attached to the peak. The discovery of gold spurred the first permanent settlement in the region. In 1859, bold businessmen established Colorado City at the lower end of the Ute Pass Trail, which led to mining camps in the Central Rockies. Their rugged and wild supply camp sold goods and equipment to eager miners on their way to the west. Old Colorado City is still a distinctive community on the west side of Colorado Springs. It is a historic district with its own personality, quirky shops, and unique restaurants. It survives as a living legacy to the region's frontier spirit. Today, incorporated city of Colorado Springs sprang from the lively imagination of one man, General William Jackson Palmer, a Civil War hero and railroad magnate, established Colorado Springs on July 31st, 1871. A planned community from its very beginnings, the city was without an industrial or manufacturing base, but it prospered just the same. Palmer used the area's enticing scenery, nearby mineral springs, and other amenities to attract residents to resort here. He laid out the broad streets, hauled in 10,000 trees to make the city green and lush, and built lavish buildings with a European sense of style. Colorado Springs was no frontier boomtown. From the start, it attracted wealthy residents and capitalists, as well as intellectuals, artists, writers, and inventors. It served as a destination for tens of thousands of health seekers, hoping that the community's abundant sunshine and fresh air would cure tuberculosis. After the 1891 discovery of gold in Cripple Creek, just to the west of Pikes Peak, even more wealth came to Colorado Springs. For a time, they say, the city had more millionaires per capita than any other place in the country. Entrepreneurs and visionaries continue to add intricate layers to the economy. Colorado Springs is an art colony, college town, military installation, destination for high-tech industry, and home to the U.S. Olympic Committee. Peel away those layers and you still find Palmer's healthful, attractive community with an extensive park system, trails galore, red sandstone spires, and that ever-present mountain. The Pikes Peak region is a cultural and geographic confluence. It's where the mountains meet the plains, where the Southwest joins the heartland, where ancient cultures converge with 21st century society, and where the past informs the future. And now, on to why I am here. Sustainability and trees. The best time to plant a tree was 150 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. And that is why UCCS is participating in the City of Colorado Springs 150th Tree Challenge. The challenge to plant 18,071 new trees by the end of July 2021 to help our ever-eroding urban forest. As we get ready to celebrate our city's 150th anniversary, it's exciting to reflect on the wonderful gifts that our city's founder, General Palmer, bestowed on us. This includes more than 2,000 acres of incredible parkland, which 148 years later still includes some of the most sweeping, majestic views in the world. Examples of parkland gifts from Palmer include Alamo, Acacia, Antlers, Monument Valley, and Palmer Park. Another of Palmer's amazing legacies to our community is our tree-lined city. When he founded our city in 1871, it was nearly treeless, arid plain. Palmer changed that by planting thousands of trees in our city. To celebrate our 150th anniversary in 2021 and carry on Palmer's vision of tree-lined city, we are challenging the community to help plant 18,071 new trees over the next 2 years. UCCS is committing to plant 150 trees on campus. We have already planted almost 100 trees at our newest addition to the UCCS campus, the Hibble Sports Medical and Performance Center, which leaves us about 50 more trees. We will be partnering with El Paso County to transplant 25 ponderosa pine from Fox Run Park to UCCS, which leaves us 25 more trees. A few of our local nursery farms like Rick's Nursery and Harding's Nursery will be partnering with us, and we are also doing a GoFundMe campaign as well to help raise dollars for those last few trees. We hope that you can join us in late April and early May for the great tree planting. And when the 150th celebration is all done and we've planted our 150 trees, we can breathe a nice, deep, fresh breath of air and enjoy our UCCS trees for years to come. If you have any questions about our city's 150th celebration or the 150 Tree Challenge or UCCS's part in the big picture, do not hesitate to reach out. I'm just an email away. Thank you so much. Have a great day.